I thought that I would make a video. It's one of the few times where I'm in a comfortable position where the sun is perfectly in a good position for me to just feel it, you know? So I'm going to allow the sun to share the information that I'm receiving and give it back to you, if that makes sense. It's an interesting situation to see how things are in general when you understand the systems of the programming of everything literally that you confront. To know that it is temporary, know that what you experience now, it does not mean that it's always going to be that way. There are always things that change. And one thing about me is I'm just extra detailed in my perception because when I do that, I notice when I catch the little things, those actually turn into the most giant things ever. The tiniest things turn into the most giant things. If you just if you're not observant and you miss one tiny detail, it can throw something way off. Just be aware of your environment because you never know if someone or some kind of force is messing with you or is throwing off the equilibrium. That's why it's important to be perceptive. And yeah, I've learned that because it's those little things that would throw off that equilibrium and that balance. Because everybody deserves that. Nobody deserves to have something that's theirs taken away from them just because they can't stand up for it, or you know someone thinks they can just do something to you. Everything is yours and to be balanced and shared. We all have abundance, but the problem is when others they want to keep everything for themselves. They want to control things. We're programmed to think that there's separation and there's division. There's this building, there's this belongs to me, that belongs to you, that is there. This is where you're going to go. This happens on this day, that happens on that day. But really, that's a linear way of thinking, and nobody is obligated to just experience life that way. Everything is your decision. Going forward, you make that decision. There's based off what I'm gathering is the atmosphere is being changed, and not everyone realizes it. Not everyone can notice it, but over time they will. When certain things are taken away from you, when certain changes are made, and I'm just someone who talks about this stuff ahead of time because I see the signs. I know what's come. I know what's happening behind the scenes, and a lot of people out here are just so focused on what's right in front of them at the moment without paying attention to the deeper aspects of what's happening. It's a strong. The atmosphere is going to be more suited for your own personal power, your own growth, to be able to manifest the life that you seek without interference or dependence on external systems. If your vibration is strong enough, you can put your hands over a field and a tree will grow. It's like you got to open your mind. You have to be able to see the endless possibilities of what this magical creation and reality truly is. I always like to say, like, at one point we had a certain structure set in place. We had orgone, we had trees, but more important than the physical experience of it is your mindset. It's how are you moving? How are you thinking? Um, what are you creating? It's not about just how something looks, because that's just the byproduct of the energy that you put into it. It's really that's what it is. It's the mindset and the energy of what you create. And it can be true beauty, but never be satisfied. Never just look at something and be like, this is it, and then settle. Because I don't have a settling attitude. You want balance. You don't want to push yourself too hard. But I envision a world that is balanced, harmonic, orgone, has everything we need. Trees are more abundant. And it's not about control, like this is mine, this is yours, because we're building the system and a structure to be suited for the growth, and it's optimal to the balance of nature. And I always repeat it. It's something to look forward to. Open up your mind. This is very possible. It's a reality. It's coming.